Hey guys, Paul here for the Running Injury Free Revolution, and we're down at Burleigh Heads on the beautiful Gold Coast. Today what I want to talk about is gluteals again, and we're talking about ways of strengthening gluteals and getting them firing. One of the things that people often forget about is that if you get these little trigger points, these knots in your muscles, then very commonly that will inhibit the muscle, and we know research-wise that happens. It'll make the muscle fatigue quicker, and it'll make it weaker as well. So you want to start understanding your trigger points in your gluteals, because most people will strengthen, and I won't. I'll think, oh, if I can actually release that muscle, then you can actually activate it better and you can get better strength that way as well. So you want to start to understand the map of trigger points in your gluteals and then know how to release them off. And basically what we're going to use is a little trigger ball. Most people will use just a standard ball, a round ball. Over 18 years, I've found that these are the very best thing that you can find. It's a little reflex ball. So sports players use them to actually, they bounce, and they bounce in all directions. They are perfectly designed for trigger pointing. So you get yourself a reflex ball, guys. They're going to be really good. And then what we're going to do is actually go through that map and show you that right now. Okay guys, so when you're going to trigger point the hip, the first thing is make sure that you don't have any injuries. If you have any back troubles or anything like that, then always check with your doctor before you start doing any of these self-release types of strategies. But from a perspective of anatomy, what we want to do is we want to find that little knobble of bone. So you think about you people with board shorts on, and you see that little dimple. It's called your PSIS. So you want to actually locate that little knobble. Then the trigger point is 2 thumb distances down from that. So it's right there. And there's a map of them around. So the top of glute med is notorious for not firing, and you get your instability when you run. So you end up with your trochanteric bursitis, your patellofemoral, your runner's knee types of syndromes, all of those types of things. But if we can actually find trigger point 1, and then they actually map out, so 2, and then 3. There's a really easy way to find those 3, and I'll show you exactly how. And I'll just give you the ball. So she's basically going to get onto glute med. So she's found PSIS through the back, and then the ball is positioned 2 thumb distances below that. So she's, we've got a tree here, so you can do it while you're out and about running, but you can use a wall at home, whatever. Have you got that point there? Yeah. So she's on that point now. It's like a pleasure pain type of feeling. So if we just have a look at her positioning, see how she's got a 45-degree angle to that tree, and she can use her knees. So if you step out, Ange, she can use that knee to really get pressure on as well. So that's number 1. I always think of the body in a trail of tightness. So 1 point is not going to change your world. You want to then start heading out through here. And the great thing about these reflex balls is that they're intuitive. So if you just go clunk, can you feel that next point? Yep. So she's on that next point there. So glute med as well, okay? So she's going to sit on that 20 seconds, make sure it's comfy. And then again, we got our 3rd point. Guess what? We're going to clunk again. You're right. Bang. Got in there? Yeah. Cool. So she's got that 3rd point there. So she's again sitting on that 20 seconds, going to release off. Comfy at all time, guys. If it's not comfy, then absolutely stop. So that's changing things around a bit. That's actually switching and thinking, if I can release a muscle, I can actually activate it better. And you can use it from an injury prevention perspective. And then the next level beyond that is start to use it from a performance perspective, which is you understanding your body and linking into it so that it starts to fire better and better and better. So get going with that. 20 seconds each point. Always do left and right. You should do it as a post-run type of scenario. So the evening after a big run, start to get into it. So good luck with that. I'm Paul from Running Injury Free Revolution. Check us out at rifrev.com.